Welcome back to Kat's Kitchen. My name is Kat, and today we're going to talk about all of my favorite coffees to buy. We've got cold brew, ground coffee, instant coffee, Nespresso pods, concentrates, whole beans. So let's dive in. Starting with coffee beans. Both of these I use in my espresso machine to make espresso. I have the Breville Barista Express espresso machine, and I go back and forth between these two beans. First are the pressed coffee spitball. They look like this. Love these. They smell amazing. They taste amazing. Flavor notes, strawberry, chocolate, creamy. These are a light roast coffee. So if you like a light roast espresso or a blonde roast espresso, these are phenomenal. Press Coffee is a local Arizona coffee shop. So if you live in Arizona, you can buy these at a local press location, or you can buy them online. That's what we do. We buy them online because they roast to order. So they arrive at your house super fresh. We love them. Love, love, love. We've been buying pressed coffee for years. We also really like the Twitch coffee beans, which are a medium roast. But lately my husband and I have been enjoying the Spitball. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Can't recommend these enough. My next fave are the La Java Wahine. They look like this. They're also a light roast coffee. I've loved these for years. I've talked about them for years. I do have a discount code for them, Katarina Faith, for 10% off. I love these. They have such a perfect caramely sweetness to them. I love them in espresso. You can buy these online at lakajava.com. We buy the whole beans since we do have the Barista Express, which has a grinder in it, but you can buy both of them, already pre-ground and then use them that way. But these are my two favorite coffee beans that we use for espresso. Next up are NESPRESSO pods. My favorite coffee pods. So just a regular cup of coffee, or for iced coffee, not lattes, just brewed coffee. I like the Melozio or the decaf Melozio. Melozio has my heart. I've been obsessed with these for 3 months now, pushing 4 months. Love. I drink Melozio in the morning. I drink the decaf at night or in the afternoon. They're a medium roast coffee with honey sweet flavor notes, which I love that in a coffee. Love, love, love. Then for espresso, if you want to make any espresso based drinks like Americanos, lattes, mochas, shaken espressos. My favorite pods, I have 3. Absolute fave are the Hawaii Kona, 10 out of 10. These are phenomenal. Expensive per sleeve, but for good reason. They have such a complex flavor. Oh, so good in any espresso based drinks. Hawaii Kona is my fave. Second fave are the double espresso dolce. These are a medium roast and they're just a little sweet. I like sweet flavor notes in coffee, like caramely, honey, chocolatey, that kind of vibe. So these are perfect. They're a little sweet. They're a light medium roast, so not too light, but also not too dark. Love these. And then the double espresso ice leggero are my third fave. I think they have a good medium roast flavor. You can still taste them in coffee. I like these a lot. So Hawaii Kona, double espresso dolce, and ice leggero are my 3 faves for espresso. And then Melozio decaf are my favorite for a cup of coffee. These are 7.77 ounces. All of these are 2.7 ounces. Next up is cold brew. For at-home cold brew, like making it at home, I like the Busy organic, smooth and sweet coarse ground coffee. Looks like this. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from the Busy website. I like this one a lot. It has a sweet hazelnut caramely flavor, which I do like a lot in a cold brew. It's a 3 out of 5 on the roastiness scale. It's from Central and South America. I usually use this in a French press. That's how I like to make my cold brew, but you can use it in a cold brew maker. You could use it however you want to make cold brew, mason jar, whatevs. I do French press, brew it on the counter overnight, and then you have cold brew. I like the Busy one a lot. And then for store-bought cold brew, if you didn't know by now, Stoke has my heart. I love the smoothness. It's not a super bitter, strong flavor. It doesn't leave an aftertaste on your tongue. And I think there's a lot you can do with it. You can add syrups, creamers, whatever you want to it without it losing its coffee flavor and being too watered down. I like it a lot. I've been using it and buying it for years and years and years. All last year in 2024, I drank it basically every day. Because this was my fave. I love this green label bottle. This is the Bold and Smooth Unsweet. Looks like this. You can buy from almost any grocery store. And then they also recently came out with a decaf version. So if you want cold brew, but decaf, less caffeine, tastes just like this one, but it's decaf, which I love. So I like both of these. I'll drink this one in the morning and this one in the afternoon. I'm craving cold brew, but these are my 3 faves for cold brew. I do want to mention, I also do like the Wandering Bear Straight Black. That one is much more bold and intense. Tastes more like if you were to make it homemade. So if you don't like Stoke and you love a really strong cold brew, I think the Wandering Bear Straight Black is phenomenal. It's just not what I like in a cold brew, but it is good. I just don't like it that strong and that bold. But for those that do, if you like the Starbucks cold brew or like Dunkin', you'll probably like the Wandering Bear. Next up is ground coffee. I don't use ground coffee all that often, but sometimes, occasionally, I'll use it in a pour over or an AeroPress, mocha pot, French press. If that's your style of coffee, then I recommend the pressed coffee Brazil. This bag is technically whole bean, but I like the ground coffee version of it. I also really like the pressed coffee Ethiopia. The Ethiopia and the Brazil are very, very, very good. My husband and I love both of them for pour over. Cafe Bustelo is just one of those that I loved growing up. My family used this a lot in coffee, so I forever will enjoy Cafe Bustelo. It's a very dark roast, very bold flavored coffee, but very nice in, a cup of coffee, a drip coffee maker. This one you can find at just about any grocery store. And same with the Lavazza. This is the Lavazza Espresso. I like this one in an AeroPress or a mocha pot. I don't use it a ton, but I do think this is one of the better store-bought options. This one has a medium kind of roastiness, so not quite as roasty and dark as the Cafe Bustelo, but I think it's a pretty decent store-bought medium roast coffee that you can use to make espresso-based beverages at home. So if you have an espresso machine that doesn't have a grinder and you need it to be pre-ground already, this would be a great option. Great in a mocha pot for making espresso, an AeroPress. You can even do it in a French press. Lots of different options for ground coffee, but these are ones that I gravitate towards and buy consistently. Next up is the Café du Monde. This one, my husband and I use for Vietnamese coffee. We do have a Vietnamese fin coffee filter that we add this into. It's just ground coffee. We add this into the fin and then brew over some sweetened condensed milk. It smells so lovely. I had asked on Instagram what people recommended for a good Vietnamese coffee, and this brand was like the #1 most recommended. So we tried it out and we do really, really, really like it. So if you like Vietnamese coffee and you have a fin, or even a French press that you like to use for the Vietnamese coffee, this one is great. We bought off of Amazon, but I've been seeing it in stores. I never noticed it before, but I've seen it at various grocery stores. I think World Market also has it. I like it a lot. Next up are instant coffees. Instant coffees, you just add to water or milk and they dissolve completely. So the ones that I really, really like, #1, the Nescafe Gold Instant Espresso Powder. Looks like this. I really like this one. If you're a light roast espresso fan and you don't have an espresso machine, this is a great, great, great option. Just add a little bit of the powder to some water and you have espresso shots, and then you can make any espresso-based beverage you like. Another instant espresso I like is the Cafe Bustelo Instant Espresso. The jar says Espresso Instantáneo, or if you turn it around, it says Instant Espresso. Note, I had a ground coffee Cafe Bustelo. This one's instant. There's 2 different options. If you want instant that's going to dissolve in water, you need this one in the jar. If you're wanting ground coffee to put in a French press, drip coffee maker, pour over, whatever, you want the ground coffee. So make sure you're not getting those confused because they have both. I like the Cafe Bustelo. I used this one for years, loved it for years. It's much darker than the Nescafe Gold. This one's a lighter roast, this one's a darker roast. So based on your preference, if you like a darker, more bold, rich, flavored espresso, this is going to be your best friend. If you prefer a lighter roast, less intense version of espresso, then use the Nescafe Gold. And then this is the Nescafe Ice Roast. It's an instant coffee and it's good for making iced coffees at home. This one's designed to dissolve better in cold liquids, so cold water, cold milk, rather than hot liquids. So if you're a fan of iced coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin', Dutch Bros, wherever, you can just easily add this to some water or milk to make your own iced coffee. Add your syrups or your creamers. This one's really, really good. I think it has a really good flavor. Bold, but not like too bold. It comes through in your iced coffee. These are my 3 faves. And then lastly are these Nescafe Espresso concentrates. These are a concentrate, so you add just a little bit of the liquid to water or milk to make your drinks. I do have a full taste test review video for these products on my YouTube channel, which I'll link in the description. They have a sweet vanilla flavor and a black. I think they came out with another one, a caramel one, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. You can get these at Walmart or Kroger grocery stores. I like them a lot. You literally just add a little tiny bit to milk and then you have a latte. So easy. So easy. I think the flavor is pretty good. I like that with this black one, you can add whatever creamer or syrup flavor you want to make your own lattes at home, or mochas, shaken espressos, whatever espresso-based beverages you like. And then with this sweet vanilla one, it has a really good vanilla flavor. So it's already sweetened, it's already flavored. You just need milk or water. And then you have a super duper easy vanilla latte or vanilla Americano at home. I think they're versatile and affordable for how many drinks you can make with them. So I like those a lot. Well, there you have it, my favorite coffees to buy. I typically keep most of these on hand just because as a coffee content creator, I like to create a variety of different coffee recipes and beverages. I like having options on hand, but you don't need to have all of these options. I would say pick one or two. Maybe you have a Nespresso machine and then you want cold brew as an option, or you have a French press and you also want some instant coffee. Having two different options is always a good idea. That way you can keep things interesting at home and not get bored of your at-home coffee. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it gave you some inspiration for new coffees to try out. Let me know if you have tried any of these coffees, if you like any of them, or if you have a favorite that wasn't mentioned in this video. Let me know in the comments below so I can give it a try. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. God bless.